Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bernardo from the BTNHD, and yes, a comparison, a battle of all wits between the Samsung S5 and the LG G3. So let's get to it. For the S5 was actually released on February 2014, and the LG was actually released on May 2014. I think LG was a little smart to let Samsung come out with their S5 first to see what they brought out to the market. And whatever mistakes or whatever designs they, Samsung didn't add with the S5, LG kind of brought that to their, to their phone. So let's get to it. Now, the operating system, what type of operating system? Now, both of them actually run Android 4.4.2, which I'm assuming it's KitKat. But the only difference is Samsung runs a TouchWiz UI, which UI is a user interface if you guys don't understand what UI means. So that's the only difference between the operating system. Now the dimensions between both of them, it looks like the LG G3 beats the Samsung S5 just a little bit. Now the LG goes by a 5.76 by 2.94. The S5 actually goes by 5.59 inches by 2.85 inches. So it looks like the LG kind of beats it just a little bit. Now, if you talk about more of the thickness between the LG and the S5, it looks like LG beats it just by, I believe like a 0.3. I think the LG right now is on 0.35 inches on thickness, and the S5 actually runs on a 0.32 inches. And the weight between these guys. Now, they both feel the same to me. I can't really tell the difference, but if you want to look at the numbers, it looks like the LG weighs a whopping 5.62 ounces, and the S5 right now is running off a 5.11 ounces. Again, LG wins on the weight side. Now, still in the design category, and I'm assuming that the LG is not water resistant, and I'm not gonna test that out because the phone is brand new and is very expensive. But the S5, design-wise, it is water and dust resistance with an IP67 technology. And now to the display. Now, I don't know if you guys can notice, but the display is a huge difference. The LG G3 beats the S5 again on display. The LG actually runs a 5.5 inch display. If you measure it from across this way, it's 5.5. Now the S5 itself, if you measure it from the corners, is actually 5.1 inches. So the LG takes that part. Now resolution between both of them. The LG is crazy in resolution, and I think that's what LG Electronics wanted to do. The dimensions between the LG is actually 1440 by 2560 pixels. Now the Samsung S5 only comes with a 1080 by 1920 pixels, which is actually 1080p Full HD. Pixel density between both of them, again, LG beats the S5 with 539 pixels per inch, and the Samsung S5 actually comes with 432 pixels per inch. Now, display technology between both phones. What do I mean? Now, the LG G3 is actually made of IPS LCD technology, and the S5 is actually made of Super AMOLED, which is actually the first phone that was introduced to this. And if you are a wearable person, I think the Gear Fit actually has AMOLED screen. The only things between this on the display side is this one is actually scratch resistant glass. This one has more of a plastic coating, which you will normally have seen in other phones. But I think the S5 beats the display with the scratch resistance. This one is still the coating. If I take a knife or something and scratch it, I'm gonna get a huge scratch, which I'm not gonna do. And the most important part of a phone is the camera. Yes, it's very important to me because that's what I use half of the time when I want to take the pictures of my son and capture that moment, right? The LG G3 actually comes with 13 megapixels, and I'm sad to say that the S5 actually beats the LG G3 with 16 megapixels, so that's pretty awesome. Now, the front camera for both of them is the same 2.1 megapixels, so they're kind of tied on that one. Okay guys, so let's get into the speed and the hardware. Now the hardware for both of these phones, they do come with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 model, so the system chip is the same on both of them. Even though I kind of favor the LG G3 because it runs extremely smooth, I haven't been playing around with the LG as much. My primary phone is the S5, and I have noticed that it's a little slow even though it's a Snapdragon 801. They both are a quad-core processor. Their graphics processor is actually an Adreno 330. So, and the system memory, okay, the system memory, LG beats the S5 on system memory. It comes with 3 gigs of memory, and the S5 comes with 2 gigs. So I'm assuming that's why the slowness happens a lot with the S5 with me. Now, built-in memory, or built-in storage actually, they do come with 32 gigs of storage, built-in storage, and you're able to expand them with a micro SD. Now, the capacity of the battery, this is always important, battery, because the more that you use a phone, you know, the faster that your battery life will waste. Now, the LG G3 beats the S5 on the battery capacity. The LG comes with a 3000 milliamp battery capacity, and the S5 comes with 2800 milliamps. Now, those numbers don't really mean much to me or anyone else, but what it means is that the LG should last a little longer. But again, it really depends on how you're using your phone. If you're texting and listening to music and twittering and Facebooking or Googling Plus or Google Hangouts or whatever you're doing, the battery is gonna drain faster. So it really depends of how you use it. And another thing that I noticed that the LG G3 has that the S5 doesn't have, which I'm kind of sad that I wish that the Samsung does have, that the LG G3 has a built-in wireless charging system. So that's pretty cool. So that means I don't have to buy an extra pack and put it on the base. This guy right here will automatically do the wireless charging. Now, as you can see, putting it side by side, they look the same, but if you really look really close to it, the display, I mean, the display is, this one right here, the display is a little bigger. I'm kind of enjoying the display being real big. If you put it on top of it, it doesn't look, you know, that long. It's just like a, I don't know, it's like a half an inch, just a half an inch. It's the thickness, if you guys look at the thickness, it's just like, it's a little thick, you know, I don't know. And that's it, guys. That's the comparison side by side of the LG G3 and the S5, a Galaxy S5 from Samsung. I don't really know what to tell you guys. Actually, I've been using the S5 for my primary phone, like I told you before. And my LG G3 is brand new. I did a review for you guys. Check the specs out on that review. The only thing I don't like about the LG is the power button. I'm so used to having the power button in the side, so, you know, I gotta get used to this. But other than that, guys, I don't know. It's up to you. Which one do you think is better? Is it the Samsung S5 or is it the LG G3? Leave your comments right below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.